you ever thought to yourself, I really, really, really want to make risotto, but I don't know how, or it's just too hard? I'm here to tell you today that it is not too hard. It's easier than you think. Welcome to It's Easier Than You Think Risotto. Start off by mincing a shallot or a very small onion. You need something to build a little bit of flavor here. Get it really, really fine so they'll break down and not be like big and chunky in your risotto. You don't want anything big and chunky because this is a very refined dish. Today we're making the simplest version of risotto that there is. It's basically just a plain risotto. So get your shallot really, really finely minced and you're ready to start cooking. Now, you start off by sauteing your aromatic in a little bit of butter today. 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So melt your unsalted butter, 2 tablespoons, and then saute your aromatics, in this case, shallot. If you wanted to add some other flavorings at this point, you totally could. If you had a pinch of saffron, you could add it to your liquid. If you wanted to add some mushroom flavor, you could saute mushrooms in here. Lots of things that you can do to enhance the flavor of your risotto. You don't want anything brown here at all, so make sure you keep an eye on it and just saute it till it's translucent. Then what you do is you add 1 cup of Arborio rice. That's the rice that's used to make risotto. If you're lucky enough to be able to find something like carnaroli, use that because that's even better than Arborio. But Arborio is your standard rice used for risotto in America. Cook it, stirring until it starts clicking in the bottom of the pan. You probably won't hear it now, but you'll hear it when you make it at home. What you're doing is you're coating the rice in a little bit of fat. It helps the rice maintain its shape while it's cooking. Additionally, this kind of rice is just built to hold its shape but also release its starch, which makes it really creamy. Add a 1/2 cup of white wine. This is optional, you don't need to use it, but it adds really nice flavor. And what you want to do now is cook it until almost all of the liquid is gone. I'm sure you've heard about making risotto that you have to stand there stirring it at the stove for 25 minutes. But today I'm using a slightly easier version. Now that all of the wine is absorbed, add 3 3/4 cups of stock. This stock is not hot. Normally you would use hot stock. What you're looking to do is partially cook your rice using the absorption method, the way that you would regular rice, and then finish at the end with the stirring for about 5 minutes, and your risotto comes out almost as creamy as if you were standing there for 25 minutes stirring it. And if you don't tell, I won't tell. Now that it's boiling, cover it, reduce it to a simmer, and cook it. All the liquid should be absorbed. So after about 15 minutes, almost all of the liquid has absorbed and the rice is almost completely cooked through. What I've done with the remaining stock is heat it up on the back of the stove. So just add about, I'd say, 1/4 cup of this hot stock, and then turn up the heat to about a medium high and cook, stirring your rice constantly for about 5 minutes. What you're looking to do is release the starches from the rice so you get a creamy liquid surrounding it. I'm going to turn it off. Add 1 more tiny amount of chicken stock, because what happens is as the rice sits, it seizes up and you want a really nice loose texture for your rice. So keep a little bit of warm stock on hand to loosen it as necessary. Add 2 more tablespoons of butter and then Parmesan cheese, as much cheese as you want. Add the cheese before you season because, as you know, Parmesan cheese is quite salty. The taste? Wow, it doesn't really need salt. Maybe a little black pepper. Oh my God, it's delicious. I'm excited. It's so creamy, so good. You really should serve this in heated bowls for the best effect. I did not heat my bowl. Sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top. So super easy. You'll never believe it. And you're gonna say, thank you very much, Sarah. It is easier than I thought. Risotto style. Totally easier than you think. I'm just gonna keep saying that all week long.